Hello Alejandra, hello Elif.
Hello.
Welcome
Hi.
to this talk. This talk is an opportunity to have a conversation with the creatives of all kinds of the 59 Rivoli. And these artists are currently exhibiting here, and you are part of this exhibition. And this exhibition is called IDÉE à l'œuvre, l'œuvre idéale. So from the idea to artwork, the ideal work. And maybe to start this discussion, can you tell us, like, how do you describe yourself as an artist? Like some describe themselves as artiste plasticien, visual artists. And how long have you been here at the 59 Rivoli?
You go first?
No, you go first.
I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my name is Alejandra Gradis. I'm from Spain, and I've been here for almost 2 months now. And I will describe myself, I don't like saying it, but I guess as a 360 artist. For me, the vision that I have of art is the most interested that I'm in, it's art direction. So my approach to art is in that vision. I always like to create paintings, sculptures, or garments and make a little universe with all the different media to try to explain a story or try to explain a feeling that I want to explain. So that's why I really like to use different media for my art.
So you don't limit yourself to one specific medium, but you try to like use all the mediums you want to use to, like, I don't know, explain the best your universe, your artistic universe. And,
yeah, I really like to get different mediums and then translate it in a way of performance or installation.
Okay.
So the art can be in their own universe and be alive as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Elif?
Yeah. So my name is Elif, and I do the same things with Alejandra too. I use different medias, but I work 3 subjects on not only but generally. This is one of them. It's trace, collective memory, and identity. And I use photography, sculptures, paintings, linogravure, cyanotype, different medias all the time. And I don't like either to call myself artiste plasticienne, but it's the thing that I studied. So yeah.
Okay, so you have a quite similar approach to art, and so it's interesting to have you both together at the same time.
Yeah.
And n'hésite pas aussi si tu veux parler en français,
Oui.
of course. So, what made you at first start creating art? Like, was it always there, or at some point it emerged as a necessity or something like that?
When I was little, I always made little drawings, and it was my parents who put me into art classes. So like everyone around me always knew that I was gonna do this in the end. I was just like discovering, I had fun with art, and I wasn't sure if it was gonna be my thing. But at the end, I was very lucky because all the people around me, all my family and all my friends has always been super supportive with my art and with me doing art. So I think that it's always been there, and for me it's just like a way of survival. I don't think I can't do anything else that it's not art. And even if I work or if my job is something else, I don't think that when I get home I can't do anything that's not art.
So it's literally a necessity, to survive also.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
And I needed just like to express myself, and it's like the theme of this exhibition. It's just like the idea to become reality and have like a physical thing of my idea. For
Okay,
me, that's
interesting.
super good. Yeah.
Et moi, moi, au début, je faisais pas du tout l'art. Enfin, je faisais un petit peu de peinture, mais c'était plutôt qu'un hobby que d'autres choses. Et en fait, quand j'arrivais pas à trouver ce que je vais faire dans la vie, et généralement, je me suis dit, vas-y, je vais tenter de faire l'art un petit peu, en mode étudier l'art directement pour voir comment ça va être. Et en fait, l'art, pour moi, c'est quelque chose plutôt expérimental, où c'est une manière pour moi de me questionner et de questionner tout le monde. Et qui on est, pourquoi on est là, c'est quoi ces symboles, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire pour moi, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire pour toi, qu'est-ce que ça nous apporte, qu'est-ce que moi je peux apporter aux autres en utilisant ces symboles-là, en utilisant telle technique-là, etc. Donc pour moi c'était toujours quelque chose plus expérimental et une manière de se questionner directement.
Okay, so kind of like an individual quest and also a collective quest.
Yeah.
So it's also interesting to be in a place like that,
Yeah.
like that allows you to experiment your art with an atelier, etc.
Yeah.
But also to have like other visions around you and maybe also the public who comes and see your work, which is very specific about this place.
It's like a social thing, you know. When you speak with other person, you say their version of art, version of art too, and you could change your perception, or you can add a different idea. That's like a social experimental here also.
Yeah. And another question is like, how like are your ideas born? How do they emerge? Like, do you have to seek them? They come to you. I mean, they can be various inspirations. And how does it come to you?
For me, I always work almost with the same topics. So I always work with identity, the search of identity, my background, so I can discover who I am. And also I really love working with feelings like nostalgia, rage, or love. So anytime I want to search for an idea, I don't know. I don't even need to search for an idea because I already have like so many, like a intern dialogue with myself tout le temps. Donc for me, I have inspiration when it comes to the technical appearance of the art, but with the topics, it's something that's always there. I don't need to search for it.
Like mostly about like the techniques and not about like the idea, the core of the
what
the
I
project.
usually search for is how to translate this idea into an art form,
Okay.
but not like the main idea of what I want to express. That's always there with me. It's just like, okay, I have this feeling. How can this become art?
Okay, interesting.
I think I do the same as well, but in different ways. Like I have two things: inspirations when I read a poem, or when I listen cultural music. It's like an inspiration come to me, and like, oh, okay, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Or it's with materials. Like I took a material, and I'm like, what can I do with that in my perception, in my way to express myself in always the same subjects, identity, collective memory, because I work a lot of with symbols. So when I took a material, I just try to réfléchir à un symbole. And then I just do what I need to do.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there is also a lot of an important political aspect in both of your works. So what is the place that this political aspect takes?
I'm honestly like super happy to be here with Elif because I think we have super similar approaches. We both do art based on our identity, our countries, our background, and that's always something super political. I also inspire myself in traditional folklore Spanish music and in things I read. And so for me, it's always a fight that are like I need that art always needs to be political, because it's always like you're telling a story and you want that message to go through the people. So that's always something super political. And yeah, I don't know.
Maybe if you were saying earlier that your art is about yourself, and so maybe if yourself is political, maybe your art has to be political also.
It's about myself, but not only myself, because everyone can relate to what I'm telling. And for example, me, I really like to explore the past, and I really work and study in the when my grandparents were younger and where my dads were younger and when I was younger, and I try to create a line when the time breaks and there is just like a thread between these three decades. And it's also political because, for example, in Spain with the dictature, I really like to work and study the Spain at that era and how it affects the people and how it affects the social reality of people.
Okay.
I think this conversation comes to my sentence that I put in my installation, that is mon existence est putain de politique, like my existence, it's fucking political. Not only my existence, it's all the existence is political. What you don't need to say something like who depends a political party, you know, you can just parti politique, you can just like being existing and and that's political too, because everything it's political, I think.
Yeah.
And in my art I can see that too, in because I have triple identity. I am Turkish, Kurdish, and I'm living in France for almost six years. So I'm a little bit French too, I think. So yeah.
And what are you exhibiting here at this exhibition?
For me, I'm exhibiting an installation. It's it's an installation called Concepción. And the main thing about my installation is it's a dress. I made the dress for a performance that I made for an art fair, and it's made with recycled materials. It's made with underwear. So the whole installation talks about the contrast between sensibility and sensitivity, sensuality and sensitivity. So it's what's inside and like the intimate part, how it goes outside and how that can be powerful as well. So like it's composed with 2 paintings, the dress and a few objects. So it all explores the intimacy and how it becomes powerful when it goes to the exterior.
Okay.
Alors là, il faut que je m'exprime en français un petit peu. Alors moi, c'est une installation aussi que j'utilise différentes techniques. Comme vous pouvez voir, il y a donc peinture sur bois, il y a linogravure qui est un grand tableau sur toile. Il y a aussi la broderie et une sculpture argile. Donc il y a d'abord la peinture sur bois, le tableau, une autre peinture sur bois qui est un échiquier. Et après, il y a une chaise. Et sur la chaise, il y a un échiquier encore qui est brodé. Et après, il y a la sculpture qui représente la reine, le pion de la reine dans l'échiquier. Et donc, c'est en fait le tableau, l'inograveur que j'ai fait, c'est un tapis que j'ai réalisé avec différents symboles. Et donc, cette installation, c'est une manière de extérioriser plutôt les symboles et de le regarder de loin avec leur signification. Et c'est vraiment une manière de les matérialiser dans en utilisant différentes techniques. Et si on regarde le sens, enfin, mon professeur me disait toujours l'art a pas de sens, l'art fait sens. Donc j'essaie pas trop d'expliquer non plus parce que j'ai envie que les gens quand ils regardent, j'ai envie qu'ils interprètent dans leur manière. Donc c'est pour ça par exemple j'ai laissé des petits mots clés qui dit tradition, culture, échiquier, stratégie, donc kurde, turc, drapeau, et puis donc voilà. On peut regarder de manière stratégique, un peu plus politique aussi, tout ce qui se passe dans le monde ou tout ce qui se passe en Turquie en ce moment aussi. Donc voilà.
So you like to give like an important part of the interpretation, like free to the public and to the audience, like to interpret the way they want to interpret it?
Yeah. That's why I leave a little indice, little clue for everybody who can read and interpret and they themselves.
So as part of the exhibition, one of the main question is like, how do you get from an idea to a finished artwork, and how do you consider that a specific artwork is finished or good or perfect? And so I was wondering, how do you know when a piece of work that you're doing is done? Okay. Like, is it when you're satisfied by it, or is it when you get a reaction by the audience, or I don't know?
Ooh la la, la question. I think this is like the main issue that's always in artists' minds. When is the art finished? Like, you never know. When are you satisfied? Like, are we anytime satisfied with what we do? Like, I don't feel like I've never been fully satisfied with what I've done. Not because I'm not happy with how it comes, but because it's never gonna be perfect. It always can be better. And the art, it depends on the time you can just like continue art piece forever. Just like I feel like I can paint a painting and I can do it every day for the rest of my life, and I could never finish it. But I think that for me, when I have an idea, my usual way of working is just like stop thinking, just like start creating, just like do it. And then you just get out of that trance. Then you can just like see what you made. And then it's afterwards when you just think about it, not technical, but like emotionally and like theoretical. So that's when you give it like sense to the piece. And I guess like I don't like to say that an artwork is finished when it works, because not always an art piece needs to necessarily work. Sometimes the message gets better when the art piece doesn't work or doesn't look that good. So I think it's just like a spiritual thing. You just say, okay, now finish.
Okay.
So you just let it be.
Yeah, the same. When I do art, it's like a ritual to me. So I can like it's like a feeling. It's not after that it's done. No, you can continue in 3 months too, in 2 months too. But generally, I love to speak to my art. Like crazy artist, but I love to speak to my art and say it like before and after, or in middle of the creation. I love to say, I will give you what you need, not less, not more. And after, I just feel if it's finished or not, and that's it.
So it's more like
spiritual way.
Spiritual way of ending a piece of art.
Yeah, the energy.
Okay. And have you ever like finished a piece of art and like come back to it afterwards?
Yeah.
For me, when it says finish, I'm super stubborn with that. Okay. And if it says finish, it's finished, because I never usually say it's finished.
Okay.
So when I say it's finished, I don't touch it anymore.
And I was also wondering, like, as we said, like 59 Rivoli is very like a particular place where you have to, in the same time, like present your pieces of work to a public, but also at the same time, you're working with artists close to you and you're seeing every kind of artists and way of making art and different visions, and also people coming to see your work while you're making it. So in the process of making it. And I was wondering, how does it influence you, this environment, like seeing other artists and get influenced by the public, etc.?
For me, at the beginning, I was feeling like so much pressure. I'm not used to having people see my work during the process of it, because I don't feel it's, for me, it's just like a vulnerable moment where I'm just like doing my thing and it's not finished and I don't want anybody to see. So when it comes to being here working avec le public, I think I have like constantly like a internal dialogue with myself, and I'm working like a lot on the judgment, and I'm working a lot on my perfectionist way of doing things. So I feel like I'm kind of making myself more free here and not being all like structured in a box. I'm more like, okay, this is the process. I'm making peace with myself and I'm gonna let people see the process of it because it's also beautiful. And I'm learning a lot to just like free myself a little bit and get out of the cage. And also like meeting my partners here, I'm learning a lot of the approach to art, on how they work. So I feel like I'm way more free here than I was back in Spain when I was like doing art by myself.
So in a way you started like by like having a little like fear of the public, and now it kind of free you and even make you like more free in your practice, right?
Yeah, I also like the performative part of being here working open to the public, because I can just like I feel like a DJ. Like I can play my music and I can be dressed with the same colors as the painting, and it can look like a show. So I like to see it that way too.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
it's a show. It's a show because yeah. In the different rooms, it's like a television. You know, you change the la chaîne, and there's another artist who do art. It's like a performance, and everywhere. You know, at first it's little bit bothered me because I'm like in the enter of the floor, so everyone's enter, and it's not it's not too small, it's not too big either. So when I put something in wall and I walk to my art, and there's a people who try to pass, and we were like, oh sorry, and after it's funny. But artistic way, it's I like it because it's like a performance.
It's like a challenge.
Yeah. It's little hard sometimes because when I do, for example, linogravure, I was like in time to put my symbols in toile. And there was a group who was watching me doing it, and I was like. I have to do this right. I have to do this right. So a little pressure, but in the end, it's good because they témoignent what I doing, and what I'm doing témoigne nous. It's like a paradoxical artistic way.
I think it has like their own charm. At the beginning, it's super annoying and it's not natural and it feels super weird. But then you see the charm in it, and yeah, you just get used to it.
I think it's also interesting, like from the public point of view, like we're always like seeing like finished work, and like we're fantasizing the artistic life and everything. And I think that it's interesting to see like how the process is done, how long it takes to just make some small, very little part of a global piece of work. So I think that even from the public perspective, it's interesting to like have another view of like how we're doing art and how we can experiment.
And also that you can also like enter the universe of the artist, because we all like decor our little ateliers with our stuff. So every corner of Rivoli has their essence of the artist. So I think that's super beautiful, and you can just connect to the artist in a different way, not only by looking for example, here at the exhibition, you look at the final piece, but when you enter the atelier, you can see where it comes from, and you can see the whole perspective of the art.
Do you get like often positive interactions like with the public, like maybe giving you ideas or like new ways of like seeing?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Never a negative side. Perhaps the looks could be a negative, but when I speak someone in my studio, never will be a negative thing. There will be always positives and encouraging me, and it's so cute because I am human too, and I sometimes I feel like no, what I'm doing it's shitty. I have to just quit it. I will never do art anymore like this. And there's a lady who came and said to me, "It's touched my soul. It's so beautiful." And I was like, "Thank you." I needed this. I was in need to someone to speak to me in this way. That's what I'm doing. It's like touching her soul, or like she likes it. It's always a good thing, and I love it. I love
like
this
feeling
part
that you deeply touch people. I think it's also like quite encouraging in your art.
Yeah.
I feel the same that I live. Like sometimes when I get to my atelier, I try to focus on my things and try. Okay, today I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want anybody to look at me. Like my social battery is super over. But then you just get people talk to you super nicely, look at your work and try to speak to you, and you just get to know so many people in like a real cool way. And I don't know, the same as what Elif said. When you see that somebody, it's like gets emotional with your art, that's crazy. Like I've never seen somebody look at my art, and I got like the other day like 3 people crying because of a painting I was making. And for me that's like, okay, I'm just like in myself hating what I'm doing, and then you have people next to you looking at what you made and crying because it touches them. So it's
crazy.
Yeah,
it's super
it is crazy.
It's super crazy.
That's really crazy.
And always the art that you hate. Always this piece of art that you hate, the other person loves it.
Okay,
Always.
in a spiritual way that makes sense. Like when when you fear something, or like you're scared of doing something wrong, like people come and help you seeing it another way and another perspective.
Also, I don't think we hate what we did. It's just like we spent so much time making it, and it's just like our kids. So you raised him, and then maybe it didn't turn off how you wanted, or maybe it did, but you just need like a little break. So you're just like in this position where you're just like super done with it, and then you just see the recognition of other people, and it's super good.
When you look something in a long time, you start to remarquer the little things that you want to change, but you cannot, and that's the thing. Who starts with an hate, but not in this way, in a cute way. Like I don't want to look.
And also, when you work with topics that traumatize you, you have all your traumas next to you, looking at you all the time, and that's super challenging as well. For me, it's like that. Like I used to work in my little room, and I had all my paintings about my traumas, and they were all looking at me during the whole day when I was cooking, when I was sleeping, when I was doing my homework, like all day.
It can also be like a way to get over these traumas, also
Yeah.
like to confront them, like visually, also.
For me, it's the only way. I also go to therapy, but for me, it's like the main way of just getting out of myself, taking care of that little thing, and then just like, okay, it's done. It's away from me, and I make peace with it.
So I don't know if there is any question in the audience, but if not, I would like to really thank you both. It was really interesting
Thank you
to
so
have
much.
you, and it was a really interesting conversation. So thank you.
Merci.
Merci.